Hey guys, welcome back. Board Bob here. So, like I told you guys, I was in the process of getting all the pieces parts together for a new PC build. Just kind of one of those things, had to do it. Um, for doing this stuff and for doing work and things like that. So there it is. That's all the pieces parts. They finally came in. I've got them all together. We're on a new PC. I'll go ahead and put down in the doobly-doo. I'll put the information on what all I got and everything else, in case anybody's interested. So since that's the case, I could have copied all my stuff over from 7 Days to Die over to this PC, but another update to Alpha 19 came out and what have you, and it was just easier to just go ahead and dump the whole thing and just start anew. So excuse me, that's what we're going to do. Hopefully you guys will see a huge ton of improvement in quality with this versus the old videos. I hope so. There's still some tweaking to do. We'll see. Anyway, the name of this is going to be Escapism. With everything going on and stuff, this is kind of my way of getting away from things. And when you have a bad day, you go kill zombies, right? So here it is. So here's all my settings. If you guys want to pause the game and check them out, the only things I've changed for the most part is the day cycle is going to be 120 minutes, and I turned on mark airdrops. The other thing I'm going to change, where is it? Airdrops. I'm going to have airdrops be, let's do every 7 days. Every 3 is a lot. If there's a zombie apocalypse, it's going to be everywhere. I doubt we're getting supplies every 3 days. Now, I could turn it all the way off, but I'm not going to. I don't know. What do you think? Maybe we just get rid of it completely? Why don't we just get rid of it completely? You know what? Let's do that. Let's just get rid of airdrops completely, and we'll play it like it would be. So there you go. So if you guys want to follow along. Escapism is the seed I used for the map. It's already set up and what have you. So let's go ahead and get going. So yeah, so I had to, I finally broke down and bought the bullet and got all these pieces parts and got this new PC together. The school that I teach at, we're getting 4K cameras and stuff like that. My old Mac Pro, it still does okay. It still handles, all the Adobe software and stuff, but it's getting a little long in the tooth, and it kind of chokes on the 4K video stuff. So it was time. So we went ahead and got it and grabbed it and got it put all together. It took me a day or two to work out some of the kinks that were wrong with it, as far as getting it up and running and getting it stable. Still got a little bit to do. I have 3600 megahertz memory in it, but I'm not able to run it at 3600 right now. When I set it to 36, everything becomes unstable, and the computer shuts down and dies. So, or just basically loops. I get stuck in a boot loop and I can't get out of it. And so what I did is I tweaked the speed down until I finally got to the point where I was stable, and I'm running it at 3333 right now. So I still have some tweaking to go back in and do and kind of figure out what the heck is going on there. I have some suspicions on some of the things that it might be, or some of the things that might help. We're looking for feathers. So I haven't tweaked the voltage yet on the memory, what have you. The other thing I have not done is this board comes with a supplemental power slot for a 4-pin, and I have not connected that because mostly that's for people who are heavy overclockers, and I'm not gonna, at least not right away, gonna overclock this thing. I'm running on the stock cooler that came with the CPU, so I'm not really ready right yet to overclock it. At some point I might. It was an added expense with regards to cooling that I really didn't want to jump into right now. So I didn't do it. That's something that I may down the road, once I get things working and stable, we might consider it. There's 9, there's 10. I'm just gathering up some 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm gathering up some extra cotton so that we can make some cloth fragments, so that we can get ourselves some bandages. I don't want to be out here running around without bandages. So yeah, so we'll see how it goes. I am definitely seeing some huge improvements personally as far as what I'm seeing on the screen. Now obviously with recording I'm gonna take a little bit of a hit over what I would what I would see with it just me. So yes, things are not as cranked up, and I'll show you here in just a second what my settings actually are. Where is it? Scrap, make an axe. So yeah, so here's, just for anybody that's interested, here's my video settings right now. I'm running it at 1080, and I am running everything on high. The only thing I have turned down, and I don't know that it matters, I do know water seems to matter on frame rate. So right now I have it turned down to low. Everything else is set on the high setting. That's why it says custom, because I turned that down. The other thing is I turned off motion blur and I turned off depth of field. They didn't seem to affect anything really as far as my frame rate goes, which, let me pop that up there for you guys. There you go. I'm running at 60 frames per second. It didn't really seem to affect that. I'm recording with OBS, and I am using for the whole heads up thing, I am using VCam, which allows you to do a green screen without the green screen, basically. It's kind of nice, but neither of those seem to be affected, and everything seems to be running okay. And it looks like my frames per second is doing pretty decent. I can't complain. So we'll see how it looks when I send it to YouTube, and what they think of it, and how much their compression ends up screwing things up, because that's part of it too. Let's go ahead and get the rest of this stuff organized. Alright, we need one more wood. We might as well go ahead and chop a tree. So yeah, so there we go. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I have heard rumor that this new update, excuse me, with regards to the update to Alpha 19. Now Alpha 19, there's some changes to that, but the new update itself and the changes they made to that have made apparently made nighttime hella nasty. I don't know, we'll see. So far, as far as Alpha 19 itself goes, anybody that's interested in 7 Days to Die probably is already aware of a lot of the stuff and a lot of the changes. But the things that they've changed that I'm noticing, and this was actually something that somebody brought up a couple of days ago, that I commented on somebody else's video. There's a gal who does 7 Days to Die videos. She does other things called, I believe it's More to Me for Life. I'll put her link down in the doobly-doo of the people I watch that are 7 Days to Die streamers. And anyway, she put up a conversation, or a vlog post, in which she was asking and you know, what other people thought and discussing her thoughts on this new alpha. And I tend to agree with some of the things that she said about it. Not necessarily 100% in the same ways or what have you, but I do agree with some of the things that she has noticed. She was saying and that it seems like stamina has really been changed, and you really take a hit on stamina in the early days, and I couldn't agree more. This game has, and the other one was food. She was saying that you know, in the early stages, food in this game has gotten to be problematic again, would be a nice way to put it. And I agree with both of those statements. I think we are almost getting back to, looks like that's a ruined biome over there. We're almost getting back to some of the earlier alphas where it was more a eat and rest sim than it was a survival game. I mean, it was how often can you eat and how often can you rest is what it almost felt like. And I honestly feel like that we've gotten back to some of that. That's iron. I don't want that. I want stone. Come on, guys. I need three stones. Really? I can't find a freaking boulder. So yeah, it feels like you're constantly having to eat. You know, you take 3 steps, you got to eat. You take 4 steps, you got to eat. We're back to the days of overly excessive. Oh man, there's a deer. Do we have enough? No, we don't, because we don't have a stone. Damn it. Overly excessive eating. And the problem is that on top of that, they have made food scarcer. So now you have the issue of having to eat all the time and not being able to find food. And that, I know in some respects, was their goal. They wanted to be harder and this, and that, and the other. And I understand that. But you can make a game harder or more challenging without, you know, let's throw more zombies at it. That'll make it harder. Just throw a bunch more zombies. That kind of thing. Now, I'm not saying that's what they've done, but they certainly seem to have nerfed the food. And they've nerfed stamina to the point where it is difficult. Now, right now, I'm not doing too bad on stamina, which is surprising. Normally, by now, I'd be exhausted. Maybe they've changed it again. Maybe there's been another update yet again. But I do know when I first started this to check it out, man, it felt like stamina had really taken a major league hit to the point where it was practically impossible to get ahead in this game. Now, I don't know about food, but the reason I'm going after this deer, if I can get lucky and get him, is because food is a problem. I'm hoping that he settles down and I can manage to hit him. He's getting awful far away. I'm going to have to go further to him, which means I'm going to have to deal with this zombie. Because I really want this deer. Like I say, food being the problem that it is. There we go. Good. Anytime you have the opportunity to get food, get it. So yeah, overall I have to agree with kind of what she said. That things have kind of gotten back to some of the earlier alphas almost in that regard. Now, I don't know if this is anybody else's experience, but the other thing that I have noticed for myself personally, and we'll see if it is the case in this one, but on my personal game, on the game I'm not recording, the other thing that I have noticed is we're almost back to a how often can you change your clothes sim as well. I am constantly changing my clothes in and out in order to either be warmer or cooler or whatever. Now, I don't know if that's just the luck of the draw on where I ended up and the map that I'm on or what, but it, it's a pain in the ass, because now I'm having to carry like a couple of different things with me. I'm having to carry a jacket, and I'm having to carry a poncho, and and that takes up room. And yes, as you progress, you can put points into some of your perks that will help to take care of some of that. But I'm not a fan of on and off and on and off and on and off. I feel like I'm in a Cool Hand Luke movie. Taking it off, boss. Putting it on, boss. Taking it, constantly. So I don't know whether that's a great thing or not a great thing. But in my game, it seems to be a thing, and I hope it's not. I hope it's just the luck of the draw, and it doesn't end up being the case here. One of the other things that she brought up that I wholeheartedly agree with was the ability to customize your game. Ooh, we're going to mark this, even though this is not the town where we're going to be in. We're going to mark this. This is a shelter, and it's a big one, and there's a lot of stuff in it. So I want to mark that so I know that it's there. And what her idea was not everybody plays a game, not necessarily this game, but a game in general, for the same reason. This is a zombie apocalypse building survival game, what have you. But not everybody has the same goals. So some people, yeah, they want that adrenaline rush and they want to go out and they want to kill everything. Some people like more of the building survival aspect of it. So what her thought process was, what her suggestion was, anyway, I can't speak for her thought process, but certainly the suggestion that she made was that I didn't need to see that. I did need to hit you and I missed. There we go. That it be more customizable in the future. Give the players more customizing options in the opening setup screen, to where, if somebody wants constant zombie onslaught, they can have that, and if somebody wants less of that, yes, they can turn zombies off. But I'm not necessarily saying turn the zombies off entirely, but because you still want that challenge there, obviously, I think, but make it a little more customizable to where, if somebody wants 2 or 3 hordes a night, on horde nights, they can have that, and without logging off and logging back on. And if somebody wants more of the resurrecting society, kind of rebuilding society aspect of it, have that be available to them too. Have it so that you can have both of these things as a player. I think that's a great idea. I think it would open the game up to a lot more people. That's my opinion anyway. One of the things that I've been playing this game for a long time. I've got like 4,700 hours in this game at this point, according to Steam. And that's not counting some of the other modded versions of this that I've played. So let's say I've got close to 5,000 hours in this game. In addition to that, I'm not saying I'm an expert by any means, because I'm definitely not, and I can't say that I've made my own 7 Days to Die type game. I certainly certainly have not, but I do have a bit of learning, as one of my degrees is in game design. I used to follow the posts that the pimps did and the videos that the pimps did as the game was developing and what have you, and I stopped doing that because there were times where, and I'm not pointing any fingers at anybody. If anybody has followed them themselves, what I don't have to tell you what was said or who it was said by or anything else. But there were times where there were some things that were said that I don't want to say were disparaging towards players, but there were some comments that were made that that didn't set well with me. That I personally found to be not conducive to good relationship between developers and players. And what I mean by that is, players, yes, they didn't create this game and what have you. So from that perspective, there is no ownership. But as a player and as someone who has played this for a long time, who has done videos, who has told it to other people, who's actually bought copies of this game for other people, there is a little bit of a, I guess you could say, pride of ownership in that. There's, we feel, players feel like they're part of this process as well. I mean, this game is still an alpha. We're they're still asking for comments, suggestions, and this and that and the other. But then there have been times where there's been some suggestions made, and like way back in the day, there was a suggestion made, and there was actually a mod for it in some of the older games. I don't know whether that's still something that's around. I've kind of got away from that, and I just play the basic game anymore just because. But you see all this grass here. There's times where, like, a player may want to eliminate all the grass around his base so he can see a crawler zombie or something come up. He or she, I'm using the generic he, as in they, may want to see, the land around their base or whatever. And there was a request for like some sort of a lawnmower or something like that. And the attitude towards that was, well, I just don't understand that. Why would any player want that? Why? I just don't get it. This is my game, and I'm gonna make it the way I want to. And I get, as a developer, having a vision. I get wanting to be dedicated to your vision of the game as you as the creator see it or envision it. But at the same time, if the only thing you are driven by is your own view for the game, you risk alienating the people that you're trying to make this game for, that you want, that you want this game to, that you want to play this game. And it's a compromise. You you put the stuff in that you want, you design it the way you want it, and this, that, and the other, but you have to also be open to, you know, some of the wants of the players too. You have to be open to listening to players and saying, hey, you know, I don't really, you know, want this thing and this is why. But at the same time, you have to be able to say, okay, but a lot of you guys want it. I don't understand it. I don't necessarily get it, but I'm going to be willing to do for you guys as well, because it, you know, it invites participation, it invites ownership, it invites people to play the game too. And maybe you don't like it, but maybe some other players do, and so you don't have to use it. You know, so if there was the customizability, however, what I mean, is that a word? Anyway, if you could customize your setup at the beginning of the game, that's something more to your liking, and something, and another player could customize more to their liking, and so on and so forth, wouldn't that be a better game? I mean, it wouldn't necessarily. You may not like my settings. You might not like the way I play. Maybe you like your own settings. Maybe my settings are, you know, I don't have zombies for the first week or something, or rarely, or the zombies get, you know, more abilities over time or something like that. You know, different things, whatever the case may be. But maybe yours is you want to go balls to the wall from day one. There are ways to set that up so that as a player, I can set that up to begin with. I can set it up to start. And what I've seen happening over time, my opinion, is that the game has gotten more and more to the point where in some ways you are almost forced to play this as a multiplayer game. I get that they want it to be multiplayer. I get it that they want it to be interactive, and I don't disagree with that. But not everybody has friends that they can play with. Not everybody wants to play a multiplayer all the time. Not everybody has the time to sit down and play this game for an hour or two in a setting. You know, there's days when I want to, you know, weekends when I want to play this all weekend and see what I can accomplish and this and that and the other. But there are other times where it's been a long day at work. I want to come home and I want to de-stress for, you know, half hour, 45 minutes. I'd like to be able to do both of those. And I enjoy this game. I mean, I wouldn't have close to 5,000 hours in it if that wasn't the case. But I think I could have other experiences that would be more enjoyable. You know, with different ways of having it set up. So the bottom line is, I really kind of like more to me for life suggestion. I really would like to see more customization in the game, and I hope that if the fun pimps see that, or they hear that, or whatever, that rather than poo-pooing that idea like has been done on occasion in the past, that they actually give some consideration to that, because I think it's a very valid point, and I think it's something that, you know, needs to be talked about and considered, and not just blown off. I know that for me, I would certainly find more enjoyment in more customization. And again, like I say, just because I like something doesn't mean you have to like it too, and maybe you want a different way of playing it than I do. So it would be a way for everyone to have their cake and eat it, you know, instead of just one person's vision, you know, where, oh, I want to see nothing but zombies nonstop. Okay, well then you set it up so that for your game it's zombies nonstop. And if somebody else wants it, you know, different, then they set it up. But there's potential there for it to be all of those things. Hi, Rex. Well, I don't like you either. You got any jobs? There's a buried supply job about a half a kilometer away. That's the closest thing you got? We'll take it. Let's see what you got to sell. If you got anything good. Not that I got any money, but, you know, we'll see. What do you got? What do you got for me, Rex? I don't see nothing good. Got some books. Those will be nice. I mean, we ain't got any money right now, but nice to know what you got. So we're going to make a chest. We're going to go out here. We're going to set it down. We're going to go see if we can't do that. Oh, man. Hello. Please don't run too far away. Missed him. And I know what's going to happen. I hit him. He's going to run. Alright. Let's put this chest down. See how far away we got to be to put it down. I like that the traders are now in town. I don't like how much town space they take up. What? No. I still have some settings, obviously, to work out with Windows and things like that. Because, you know, it's still a brand new install. Alright. Right. Did I put my arrows in there too? No, we don't want to do that. Alright, there we go. Oh, thank you. Thank you for sticking around. Oh, come on. Don't run. Thank you, fence. There we go. Good. Thank goodness for fences. I probably have enough bones. I should have made a shiv, but I didn't. We'll make one this time. I hear you. You know what? Let me check my sound. Yeah, for some reason this is all the way down again. I keep turning this up, and then when I come back to the game, it's turned down again. So there we go. We'll see if it stays up this time. Thought it was kind of quiet. Alright, where do we got to go for this thing? Alright, well, let's mark the trader. Let's head on out here to go get this. Let's pick us up some XP. There we go. Come on, Edgar. Let's build up some stamina here. Come on, buddy. One more ought to do you. There we go. Don't trust these guys. Wait for them to wait for you to get your XPs before you trust them to actually be dead. So we're going to do Lucky Looter. We're going to do Treasure Hunter because we need both of those. We're going to do Master Chef so that we can cook stuff. And then we're going to do, rather than Miner 69er, we're going to do Motherload because we get more stuff that way. And I want to take lockpicking because I want to have a chance of not breaking locks. But then again, I don't want to waste that point, but I'm sure we'll get more points. So let's go on out here. And I know I won't be able to, yep, see? Because it's too close to the trader, we can't take it. But that is my opinion, guys, and I am by no means the end-all, be-all expert on this game. You know, if you guys have an opinion, love to hear your opinions. You know, whatever. Also, like I say, I will put down in the doobly-doo at the bottom, I'll put down there links to all the folks that I watch for 7 Days to Die videos, and I recommend you guys check their channels out. A lot of these folks are far more knowledgeable and what have you than I am. They've experimented with it a lot more than I have. You know, whatnot. I just play the game. I like to play it. So check them out. Give them some love. You know, if you decide you want to subscribe to mine too, then by all means subscribe. I'm going to try making some more of these. There we go. See how fast I run out of stamina. But I've got, you know, I'm going to try and do this more now that I got a better PC. I don't know if I'm going to be teaching this fall or not. You know, the whole human malware thing, everything is up in the air right now for everybody, myself included. As it stands right now, I am fully expecting to be doing distance learning and online learning classes for this fall semester, which ought to be interesting given that I teach movie making, which is kind of a hands-on class. It's going to be interesting to see how we pull that off. I have some ideas. I've had pretty creative students in the past. I'm hoping that continues to be the case and things work out. We'll see how that goes. If it doesn't, and I don't get enough students, and I end up not teaching this fall because I'm not a full-time professor, I'm an adjunct, then that'll, you know, give me some time to do some other things, and one of them will be doing, you know, game videos. In addition to playing 7 Days to Die incessantly, I also play Factorio pretty incessantly. I have probably as much time in Factorio as I have in 7 Days to Die. And Factorio is going to be releasing as a full game in August. They're going to be coming out of alpha and they are going to be a full game. So in honor of that, I am probably going to, oh nice, I got a treasure map, do some kind of series for that. I haven't decided yet what to do in honor of the whole full release version. If anybody's got any thoughts or ideas, I'd love to hear them. I've not decided yet what I want to do. I do know I'm still a little shy on some of the challenges. I've not accomplished the whole speed run challenge yet, where you complete the entire game in like 8 hours or something. I've tried a couple of times. It just hasn't happened. So maybe we'll try doing that. Most likely I will fail at it, but it's something I may try to do. I don't know. I'm open to suggestions, I'm open to thoughts, but I do intend to do something. Or at least I would like to do something. Come on, stamina. I'm just looking to see how this new PC is doing on temperature. I'm not a big RGB person for my computers. In fact, this one has very minimal RGB. It's only got the RGB that came on the motherboard and the RGB that came on the cooling fan, and that's only because they came with it. I didn't put any extra in or anything else, so I'm taking advantage of the RGB on the cooling fan to monitor my CPU temperature. I have it set for green, yellow, and red, and as the temperature in my CPU goes up, it changes colors. Right now it's sitting under my desk, and it felt like it was getting a little warm under my desk, so I wanted to look and see where we stand, and it's still green, so it's still doing just fine. But I'm just curious to see how this thing performs. So we'll do this buried quest, and then we're going to work on finding a place to live and getting the town figured out, and that'll be it for this video, I think. Stamina. That's what I was talking about as far as stamina is just ugly at this point. Let's make sure we're going in the right direction even. Yeah, so over this way, looks like. I'm a little undecided on whether I like this new buried system. As you dig, the hole gets, or the circle gets smaller. But no matter, or it doesn't seem to be the case, no matter how many levels of this perk you take, the circle doesn't start out any smaller. In the old system, the way it worked was as you took levels of the perk. Oh, is it? Now this is going to be a pain in the ass if it's underneath there. The circle was smaller as you went. Now why would it put it... right in the middle of a metal deposit. Could you make it any more of a pain in the ass to dig? So yeah, it just gets to a point where, I don't know, oh, there it is. I don't know, I just like the old system better, I think. But that's just me. Again, you know, things change. You have to live with the changes, but... Alright. So, pumpkin seeds. Now we know how to make pumpkin seeds. Alright, are we ready to run? Alright. Where are you? There's one, there's one. Where's the other one? Usually there's three. Where's the third? There it is. She's over here playing with herself. You die now. So let's see how the graphics are now that we got these better graphics, that everything's not on super low. Man, that's kind of cool looking, all them boils. Where's the other one? Where'd he go? Did he already despawn? Hi, Edgar. I just want to check. Oh, darn it. I just wanted to check you out. Take a selfie maybe, you know, that kind of thing. Now, I'm not going to get the treasure right now. And the reason I'm not going to get the treasure right now is because I don't have any lockpicks with me. And my luck will be that I'll get out there, I'll find the treasure, and then the chest will be locked. And then I've wasted all my time. So we're going to hold on to that treasure map. And we're gonna see what we end up with in a little while. So let's go ahead and go back to the trader. At least he's not that far away. I definitely want to hit all these tree trunks and get some honey, because if the nighttime spawns are as bad as I have heard them to be, or even, you know, just the spawns in general, I want to be able to at least have some hope of curing myself from being infected. So it looks like this may be a fairly substantial town. Let's go around this side and see. Can't pick that up because it's a rock and it's too close to the trader, but see if there's any more bird's nests.
Wipe that
Yeah,
smirk off your face. Doing one job.
We'll take the first aid kits.
Pals.
Yeah, I know, but doing 40 of them does, right? Nothing else is anywhere close. We're not going to do it right now. Alright. Stump this stuff so that we're not carrying it around. Everything else we want to keep, right? You know what, we'll just put those two right down there. treasure maps. Yes, I know. All right. So let's see where we are here. The same. Actually, it may be a 4x4, but we'll go up and we'll go that way. All right. Let's go check her out. Hopefully, we can find ourselves a nice, comfortable water tower. Now, there's something wrong with the blueberry plants. The texture's bad in them or something. So, oh look, hot plants. We could have probably left them for now, but this nice little garden, and I don't want to forget about it. Is it me, or do the hot plants look like those plastic put together business card little model things you get? Definitely going to take the potatoes. The snowberry plants, I don't know. I know they're usable for making some kind of snowberry whatever for cold. I've never had the need for it. It's nice to have it in the game, but I've never found myself using it. Now we'll see. Maybe this game will end up using it, so we're going to grab it just because. But I don't know if we'll need it or not. The chrysanthemums we definitely want, because we'll make red tea with them. Did I get that? I got that. This isn't really what we intended to do, but it was here. There's a lot of food plants here. Might as well take advantage of it while we can. Ma'am, you can't be nude in the park. It's just not acceptable. There may be little kids around. You see the slide and the swing? There might be little kids. You can't be here. And I can't be out of stamina and deal with you because you're running. So that's not a good thing either. Yeah, see, and now I'm infected and got a sprained arm. Damn it. Alright, fine. Well, we're going to take this stuff and put it back in the whatchamacallit anyway. I'm hoping that one of the things that we found was honey. If not, we will keep our eyes open. So that looks like all of the usable food plants. Let's go back here since we didn't get very far anyway. Oh yes, we do have some honey. Good. Good, we do have some honey. Alright, well, we're out of space. We'll take that. We'll scrap that down. Is that good? Alright, what do we got? Drinking beer no longer causes you to blur vision and buzz lasts twice as long. Nice. Well, now we can be barflies. We're going to put that on. Anything else? Doesn't look like it. Alright, let's go get this. Oops. Let's go get this place figured out. Arrows. Alright, map. Good. Rather inauspicious start to our game, huh? Got beat up by a girl. That's kind of wrong to say, it's sexist, but it was a joke. I mean nothing by that. I know some gals in the army that I wouldn't want to tangle with. You know, I got nothing against the ladies. My mom was a lady too. Schematic. I think we're gonna just take everything out of the mailboxes when we check them and not leave the stuff in there so that we end up having to go back for it later. I know ultimately it's liable to fill us up faster, but we can always put down a chest someplace and mark the chest if we really need to. But by having it all consolidated in one place, we don't have to traipse all over hell and back to do it. Come on, come on, come on. Ah, shit, missed. Got you that time. Oops. Alright, schematic for cooling mesh. And remove 20% more arrows and bolts from your target so we recover more arrows. That's nice. Ooh, that was a nice one. Alright. Looter, brass's new goal because what bullets are made from. Find more brass. And iron spear schematic. Nice. We'll worry later about gathering supplies for building. First things first, we want to get a feel for the town. But I want to hit up mailboxes because of books. Mailboxes and cars, books and tools. There's very good odds on getting books and tools and mailboxes and cars. And of course we want to snatch up all the bird's nests that we can. There's going to be a good one for gathering supplies. Look at all that in there. You know what? X marks the spot, right? Is this a cross-shaped town, maybe? This might be one of those plus sign shaped towns. Figures. No honey. We got a poncho is nice. Just leave me alone. Lots and lots and lots of paper. Hey, Tweak. Looks like I lengthened your neck a little bit there. Sorry. Food? No. Water? Close enough. Yeah, we'll take it. I need to stop checking the garbage for now, because then I'm inclined to take it when I find it. Doing it a little different this time. We're going to go all the way around the outside of the town just to see what it's shaped like. I heard. Where did I hear? I don't know, but I heard. That's a big place. Wow. Right, grain, yes. Ah! Still haven't found our water tower that we want. Haven't seen one. Sure we will eventually. We'll find something. We're not going in there right now. I gotta get more cardio in. I'm huffing and puffing like a crazy. Isn't that one of the rules of Zombieland is cardio? I guess I could wear this. I don't think it's a detriment to wear it. Is that our water tower? Is that the one we want? I don't think so. I think it's a different, I think it's a POI over there. Anything else down this way? Yeah, junk place. And then just a destroyed building. Look, it's levitating. Thought they had fixed that. We're going to put an arrow there, or a mark there, in case that is a water tower that we want to go check out. bounced a little bit. So I'm keeping an eye on my frame rate, just to see how we're doing, and it seems to me we're staying pretty steady at right around 60 frames per second. Man, this is got a little bit of stuff around here. So yeah, it looks like this town goes all the way down here. We should have went further down that road, I guess. Sweet. Food. Looks like that's a Shotgun Messiah. Let's see if this card is. Nope. Yep, Shotgun Messiah. There you go, skater. I love how they're all the same car. We're not going inside, but we're going to pick these three up on the road. Oh, I see why you were over here in that hoodie. I wonder if that's an active. No, of course it isn't. I like the vending machines because you can get food out of them. but a lot of them are broken. They're not available. All right. One of the things we haven't found yet that we need to find could very well be in here. So, as much as I don't want to go in POIs yet, we're going to check this one out because it has a lot of cabinets. And sometimes that can mean a cooking pot. It can also mean food, but it can just as easily mean a cooking pot. And we need a cooking pot. We don't need dye, not right now. But we could use a cooking pot anytime now. You know, I'm not asking for much, just one. Fine. F you. We'll find one someplace else then. Yeah. Okay, hotel. Oh, it's hasn't shown up on the map yet. We didn't go far enough. And there's a mailbox here, so let's grab it. And of course it's paper, so that didn't help much. Oh, well, it looks like it goes this way anyway. Alright, we're starting to get loaded down here. Right. Is there anything else we want to leave here for right now? Both of those, I think. We're going to take that. We can leave that though. Yeah, okay. Alright. Now we can move a little faster again. Oh look, stadium. Oh, did we mark the gas? Yeah, we marked the gas, okay. That's a big one. But that also means football players. I don't think we want to mess about there for very long right now. Because we have absolutely no way to take out a football player right now. That would be it. That would be death. We would be done. I don't need to see that. Seriously. That's just scary. Ah, yes. There we go. There's what we're after. There's our water tower. And we don't have grass. Still don't have enough. There it is. Yes, I am in some ways a creature of habit. But when it comes to night number 1, you better believe it. We don't plan on doing any of that stuff this evening, so we're good. Oh, and look at that. There's another one of those shelter places right across the freaking street. That's pretty nice. This looks like it may be a pretty darn good town. I think it's spelled right. Is it 1P or 2P? I think it's 1P. I don't know, whatever. I never claimed to be the best speller in the world. Man, see what I mean? Now we already need to eat again. Alright, well, we're almost done the outside of this town anyway. Jeez, this is a big one. Look at how big this place is. I wonder if this is what would be considered a city now. I don't know. I guess. this is... No, it's not. One could have hoped. You're lucky, chicken. Yes, I know, I'm hungry, so therefore my stamina doesn't recover as fast, and it's already sucky-ass recovery as it is. Nice. There's a usable mixer. I think there's one at the trader as well. I forgot to mark down what was at the trader, but I think there's one at the trader as well. So we are getting on towards 2100 at this point, which means we have an hour till dark. Which means I don't think... I know we're not going to finish the town, but I don't think we're going to... Ooh, doghouse. I don't think we're going to get much more than just finishing this road down to where we're going to stay for the night. But that'll give us a pretty good... indicator of about half the town, at least. We ain't got nothing we can eat, do we? Pistol schematic, we're going to use that. Archery, no one will see it coming. Bows do 10% more damage at night. That's handy. There's a theater. Didn't quite show up on the map. Yeah, we'll get it when we come down the other road. Oh, and of course now we're thirsty on top of it. Well, we did not manage to get a pot, but I think we can manage to get through the night without it. And we will find one tomorrow. because tomorrow we will go in places. I spelled that totally wrong. Well, fat fingers typing. And that's the police. Oh, nice, we got a tire. One more tire and we're on the road. Oh, bike frame schematic. But I don't know that we're going to use it. Why? Because, yeah, there's shelter. When we take the engineering perk, it'll give it to us anyway. So we could potentially benefit from it in other ways. I wonder if that workbench works. No. Damn it. Got much in the way of food, do we? Man, we really need a pot. Well, we really need a pot and we need animals. I think we got animals over at the, what you call it, and we may have food over there too. Okay, let's head straight to the trailer. Let's head straight to the trader. See if we can get this chest. Because I think there is food in the chest. I know there's raw meat in the chest, but I think there's food in the chest as well. It's going to be ugly though, because it is getting on night. So we're going to go cross country. And we're going to try keep our eyes open and slip past stuff as best we can. Oh, well, he's right there. It's not too bad. I thought he was further than I thought. Okay. Let our stamina build up. Make a run for the chest. Alright, anything food? Well, that will help to get us through the night. That right there will. We'll take the torch. We don't have a blunderbuss yet, but we'll take the ammo. And anything else that can help us for the night. Not really. Right? We'll take one more thing. Any of the rest of that stuff help us tonight? Not really, it doesn't. Alright. Let's try to get out of Dodge and get back home. Now we came this way, so hopefully nothing has shown back up. It's really weird about the blueberries. Not going to mess with the corn, because all that's going to give us, because it's dead corn, is it's going to give us grass, and we don't need grass. But if first comes to worst, we'll eat those potatoes. I'd rather save them for seeds, but if we have to. Right? Right. Alright guys, well we've made it all the way back home. And we're going to call it a night here. So it looks like we got a pretty decent town. I mean, we still got, you know, a good bit of it to explore, but we probably won't be leaving this town for a long time. It doesn't look like. That sounds good to me. We got plenty of POIs that we can check out. Alright, you guys have a good night, and I will see you tomorrow game time. Alright, bye.